I am Reverend Montclair, and this is Monday Church with Reverend Montclair. Today is, I believe, January 27th, Monday the 27th, a week after January 20th, which the significance of is that it was the day to commemorate Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. He was a brave and courageous man, never failing in his belief in his dreams for a society that will be not only tolerant of people of color, but embracing all the gifts that they have to offer. He was also tireless in supporting the civil rights movement to be a nonviolent one. He was a man of compassion, a man of strength, a man of foresight. And I, for one, am grateful for his influence and continued influence in our nation. On the Washington Mall in 1963, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. delivered his famous I Have a Dream speech. I've excerpted one paragraph here from that speech, and it is this: Let us not wallow in the valley of despair. I say to you today, my friends, so even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up, and I insert here, beyond their fears and ignorance, and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men, and I insert here, all people, are created equal. We have much work to do here in the United States, one of which is to be very careful not of our differences, but of how we speak about those differences. I say it is time we stop using the phrase white supremacist or white supremacy, because that is a really glowy term for those that embrace it. Instead, let's tell it like it is. What it is white fear, white ignorance, and white cowardice. There is nothing supreme about cruelty. So we must name it for what it is. It doesn't have to be a short name. We can just call it white fear, white ignorance, and white cowardice. There would be less people joining the ranks of those that are known as cowards, as ignorant, as fearful, as they blustery try to appear strong, powerful, and courageous. There's nothing of the sort in their souls, because what they are truly is damaged little boys, and for those that are women or girls in the same mindset, little girls. The ignorance is so prevalent that they don't see it in themselves. They're desperate to be special, to be somebody, to be significant. And this characteristic of feeling insignificant makes them want to lash out on those that actually appear significant. We kill what we are afraid of: spiders, relationships, opportunities, competition, women, those that criticize us. We kill them off in one way or another. Even aspects of ourselves that we're afraid of In men, it's effeminate qualities. In some men, it's the desire of a woman that is not of the same color and his society would disapprove. We need to reveal the inner workings of people that embrace an idea of racism, which is another word we need to stop using because there's only one race, and that's the human race when it comes to our species. We are of one family. We are of one people. We have many different traditions, and we are born to look or think or behave or create differently. But that is not ours to judge. If you believe in God, there is wisdom in the way we were all created. We have the light-skinned folks living in the north, so they get more rays of the sun in their skin. We have the dark-skinned folks living in the south, so that they are protected from the strong rays of the sun. We have different people in different regions and different facial features for a reason. Somehow those characteristics were helping them to adapt to their natural environment. It is amazing at the difference that there is amongst our one family. And these differences are to be embraced, not to be feared. Martin Luther King also said, "The time is always right to do right." And this is a time where the best of us must come out to counter the worst of us on the public stage. Martin Luther King also said, "I have decided to stick with love. Hate is too great a burden to bear." We need to take good care of ourselves and our hearts at this time because there's a lot of heartbreaking news daily that filters through even when we're trying to avoid it. And avoid it, we cannot do. Cannot turn a blind eye because that's what happened in other countries at other times. Cannot ignore it. We have seen it before. We have seen this kind of attempted tyranny before, and therefore we cannot turn away. We need to be our best and to speak out and to choose to create the kind of world like Martin Luther King Jr., Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. dreamed about. One where we're all safe, one where we are all respected, one where we have all the opportunities that everyone else has. And that is not the world we have been living in, not even in the last 4 years or in the last 40. But step by step, we can get there. And there have been many inroads in positive directions for men and women of color, for women in general, for many different people in our society. And those need to continue. What we have here is a pendulum trying to swing in the opposite direction of that momentum. But if we can create that momentum and keep that momentum and not get caught up in the fear and not comply to the craziness that is being asked of us to accept as normal. Not my monkeys, not my circus, not the way we are going to choose to live in this country, our country. And our is an all-inclusive hour. And this is the hour to own the responsibility for keeping the momentum towards inclusion, equality, and integrity for this nation. I am Reverend Montclair, and this is Monday Church with Reverend Montclair. See you next time. May you walk in beauty, with beauty before you, with beauty behind you, with beauty above you, with beauty below, and with beauty all around you. May you walk. Follow your heart, go in courage, be brave, be whole, and be kind. Thank you.